cold, which is a few moments and days before the summer solstice, like the moments that we breathe before going wild to the sunshine. For those who go to the Mediterranean Sea, get to enjoy being in the water, in the river, jumping in the pool or in the well. On any spot of the world, welcome here to 𝐸𝐸𝐿. We are working on this generation, so the next generation goes to the 𝐸𝐸𝐿 Atlas. For the person that's hacking me for these last 10 days, I know who you are. Say thank you then. I will say who you are because of all these traits, what you have shown and said as well. And you've been not really you're very happy about the finding, but we've been working on this for a long time. And it can only happen through me. I can bring equilibrium to everyone. But if you think that you are going to hack a website and think that nobody's going to do anything about it, you need to learn a few rules of how this world works. These are not rules being written by the Jews or the Christians or the Muslims or Chinese, nor Russians or Africans or South Americans. These are not written in your government books either. And it does exist to have eldritch technologies. So for those who've been working without money, just investing on this work and own a lot, there is an equilibrium to things. Today's Sunday, supposed to be a day that's offered to God, to pray, to gather together in communion and talk about spirituality and philosophize. Because the week has been so good with our work. You're a new hacker. Yeah. Only Chinese hackers delete pages. You put up all the information again. You keep advancing. And everybody knows what you're doing. Now, when you have many people in your country that are working like Chinese, that's another story. All right. They might be the worst hackers in the world, but they have a lot of people to keep working while they copy everything. So what is the point of stealing from me when I get 𝐸𝐸𝐿Atlas.com.org, .co, UK, and .uk? Stealing 𝐾PIC �XOXBDB.com. What's the point of stealing PXOXD.org? Because that's a chain reaction for people that are in the streets and homeless to help one another. This is not about government. People that start working in government, people that start working as managers, they didn't even know how to talk with people, to delegate, to care. You just come out of your family, you've never done anything really. And now that you find a climax, something that is yours, look that there is nothing you can do without everyone. And for this work, you need to be transparent as well. That's the point of this work. Then how is the rest of the world going to believe in you? Because everyone is hacking me. That was the carnage. I am the carnage that God has placed you. to be creative and share one another. Yeah. Of course, it is good to be enthusiastic about it and think that you're going to own it all because, I don't know, you're making a good show and people are going to believe in your stories. We see people coming in and out of jail, people coming in and out of court cases. We can start being creative right now. So you want to steal from me to show how people should stop being corruptive and stealing while people are dying in the streets? I mean, this has a spiritual connotation. I know you think everything is about the material that you have been given by something that placed you there. And of course, you might not remember that used to be love. It used to be love. Redemption is a great part where one gives oneself for transformation. Because there is no one or anything that could stop the movement. When there is no one that you know that everyone has betrayed you, it's because there's a long history. It is a long, long history that's been learned. And everyone keeps doing the same. What is the point of stealing a tech globe atlas that's going to show transparency so people don't steal? If you steal it, then people would prefer to live in the wild and say, yeah, but just keep their domain apart from you and all of you people like you. Unless you come with a synergy with the people. So I've been thinking, what is more important to put in a, like, it is wrong. You won't have synergy in a scenario that works by itself. When people have different orders in their mind to twist again and again from the original roots of sin and lies. Because all those who lie thief. And stealing a life is also murdering, is also stealing. So there's still a lot of evil, unconscious, and ignorance, of course, that tricks your excitement. You're gonna return those pages right now as you're being watched. So you're not being watched anymore. I have been in war of hackers for 20 years and everyone has died. Stop role playing. I've kept my friends closed and alive to keep their peace and watch many of my friends die as well, suffering the consequences. But this has nothing to do with my supernatural powers. That's something you play with your imagination, fantasy realms. People start to go delusional. Things happen. Things happen. I don't understand why such things happen. Dying so young. Why people have threatened me and they end up with their own threats. So remember, never threat. Never threats to anyone. Never think too far when you need everyone. I am here because everyone is needed. That's what a mob is for. When you're building them up, you don't build it so everyone follows you. You are being a guardian, so everyone is respected in their own domains, so no one is stolen. But a thief cannot be an administrator, right? So yes, there's a lot of people with power. For example, you can go to foundations and see how many ideas they have. They take from others as well. I wonder if they honor the people they have taken these ideas and if it's really working. But the people that have put their heart and all their life with these ideas should be honored as well. So this is a point where we're learning to evaluate that the origin of these ideas from the decision makers of the people that have created. They know better how it works. I know most of you share stories of thieves and how they've stolen all the patents. And they just keep creating on it to make it theirs. But this is very, very hideous. It's hideous. I'm going to see with the page behind the scenes, because I see text itself has been returned. And I will see there if behind the scene is there. And the world is a stage. .org.com.uk .co.uk. Because behind the scenes is for UK. And the world is a stage is for the practice of how it's moving in the world. So if UK behaves well, the world can learn. But look, people are learning to just copy, yeah, and hack and steal, and everybody's just doing more or less the same. There's so many people just filming to be a good person, but they would never do that if there was no multimedia. If you really want to be a good person, make a mansion into a village. It takes a village. It takes a village to make its own contribution. And nowadays, without slavery. So I have my human rights from my work and my children to be with. And I also have my rights to be paid. So for Europe, Europe don't get distorted by all this news of from United States, the new tech titans. All right. This is all just alarming to make you distracted. For international laws, keep making these laws for technology and human rights to respect the domains from around the world. And this is my prayer. This is my prayer. I send letters, whether they reach there or not. So they take care. I don't accuse anyone, but just talk in general. People can still gain a lot of money in different ways. Technology is advancing very fast, and we must tighten our seatbelts to manage and understand what is cooperation and sharing in a faster frequency. more clear and furious. So it is all for your own. All with a wall, or just, selling, so you're just marketing yourself. It's totally different dimensions. I still have the rules of role-playing to virtual reality, how it works. Virtual reality will never work. First, because they've stolen part of the formula, and the reason of why each character is unique on each multiverse. And the multiverse has been created by many people as well. But existed already. It's just half a Paramount picture of alternative realities. There are mythological, fictional, fantasies, science fiction, horrors, everything that's illegal. We always respect children. Some people role play children and their traumas. And we all have debated this for many, many years. So nobody likes to be abused. Abusers are way smarter. If you really like to abuse for a long time, just create a verse where you have a supervillain and have fun with it. No one can delete your character. Even if they delete it, you return. It's yours. The whole history has its own nature because of that. And that is the nature of your reality as well. So feel happy to share. I cannot write any fantasy stories right now because we are living on delicate times. All right. We are living on delicate times. And this is not for entertainment. Role play is for role players. Virtual reality is for people that do virtual reality. Everything they have stolen has to be also respected as well. They went bankrupt. It's not about the machines. It's because it has no virtual reality happening in there, which is inside a movie with some devices, and you still don't understand because you don't want to. You want to acquire, not to understand. Other people also have creations. But this is a very old way of being. When the Bible stops to believe in apocalypse, because it's been written to continue these wars in a state of apocalypse, to dominate the world and abolish love, life for a superior order, we will be able to have a continuous playfulness. I had stopped playing. I had stopped dancing. I had stopped being with my family. This world is hell. Governments are made out of hell. Children have the lowest education I've seen in my life on every country, going to public schools. I was just lucky. I was just lucky that I was born with a good education. People are insane. People are fake. People are heartless, just going to work and their family. They don't love their husbands, but pretend to be married and do what they have to do. This is what I live, going to work, seeing the ordinary life. And there's so much castration because people are afraid to open their hearts, to trust, because the world is full of thieves and predators, because they don't know how to relate. And you as well, you do the same. And you get so excited thinking it's yours. So what climax do you have? If there is no mandate, you're still going to be having a kingdom of thieves, United States of thieves, like a business, the World Cup for soccer. Um, when people used to love United States, people used to dance together. But Giuliani made it a business to close the discotheques at 4 in the city that never sleep. So people are becoming more fake than ever for people's judgment or likes. So we like to be liked and beloved. There's a frequency with a very beautiful high voltage of energy, what we love. What is beauty? What is symmetry? How it's been ordained as a mandate. So, do you have a mandate in the forehead? Or is it a synergy? So, what happens if a climax is stolen? Then the whole week changes. What positive word can you bring in that case scenario? Most of these corporations are thieves. And if they have the power to steal, they will continue. And the Pope might be saying anything but anthropic. All these companies are fake. They're just making a belief. But they're not going to do anything about it. They're going to make believe they're on your side. But if the Pope really cared, he would send, he would send money to these people that are creating to make a better world. But the church has to be polite. They cannot be they can just ask for peace. And just send good wishes, good stories. And we rely and we believe, and then what? They're lying to you in your face, and then look. Don't get distracted with this if you're working for the laws, human rights, on the technological field for humanity, on every continent. The Muslim world is very much at peace. I live in Windsor. I go to Slough nearly every day to try to make something happen there as a volunteer, to map the high street and to redirect taxes so we can see it on a map. it's very difficult to ask for help. So they're hopeless. They say they've never helped here in Slough. They say Prince William is very busy with the homeless in London. I said he's now have a map of data with people from whole Scotland. It's just data. I've been working on this since my father died. So, because they didn't know how to pay back the credit. And I thought how important it is for people to understand taxes, the money for the community, and what is credit. And that can only happen by exercise. So if I give you a trust, you give me that trust back, and I'll give you more. And like this, everyone with everyone. This is a human behavior that's on everyone. The devil has ruled the world, even in the Vatican. Even the Pope would just say, let's eat pizza and watch the soccer game. What is the spirit to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna put a woman working on administration, the first woman, but while these women are being stolen and their children are being taken from her work and being tortured before the screens, and all these people that need to be in peace, not having this news in the world. So it doesn't matter how many hackers are there. They come to you and they say, oh yeah, we're going to do this. Yeah. They just made up these lies. They made up all these business lies to distract you from the truth. They're not super business or anything. All this is the made up United States to dominate the world. So you will know unless they regenerate. Let it be. So I have asked for 2 people, and these 2 people should invite more. Yeah, I have asked for Prince William for help on for the foundation of Bezos, Jeff Bezos Foundation. Well, I just sent a letter. The information is there. I'm not being grandiose. That's why they have a connection there. For the Tech Globe Atlas. I have seen the Bezos is in the organization is taking care of the soil. That was one of my ideas to see the soil in the world, so we can see in the mapping all the minerals from around the world as well. So I don't know if everyone is just be freaking out, just stealing on their own, encapsulating themselves with fear because of what they do and others do. Keep doing the same. The Muslim community also should return to their Muslim countries. And if they don't follow the way the Christian continents live, they should go. It doesn't matter if they're born here for a 4th generation. By law, by divine law of God, in the name of freedom and love, to create and to be. But all these men that are stealing from women are going to be born there with all these male abusers. And they're gonna be crying with nobody. I am happy I walk near the river. I have beautiful scenarios. I know I'm going to see my children. They're very healthy and alive. There is only love and prosperity around them, as all my love transforms for them and their generation. We are on this generation working for the 𝕨𝕤𝐸 map of our own, and they are going to work with the 𝕨𝕤𝐸 Atlas, because all of you do not know what is to share. Just take care of your business. That's the business. And a few will glue it. So I hope that Ellen is invited to create the 𝕨𝕤𝐸 map by Bezos and William. And we'll see if they let me work in the city of Slough and Windsor just to help behind the scenes and to report how is it working. Not that I really want to do it. I would rather hire people to do that. But I would really love to help them to create the scenario. And I would really love to have some power. So it's a mandate. It's like, hey, we've sent this money, so do it. Because they cannot believe they can do it, you know. The building is going to be taken because it's on rent. And that's it. And in this, at the same time, we can have somebody from United States in their locality, and somebody in Europe, somebody in Russia, and so on, to see how we're doing this. So when we already got the mapping, it can work better for all around the world as well. And in Africa, of course, Australia, of course, Asia. But what I mean, this is just an example. This is just an example as a first draft. So how does it work? What mistakes are we doing? So other people don't make these mistakes. We need to exercise this. And I don't need to have my neck with so little air, because just go out to walk, to pick up toys and put in the park for kids. I don't want to be doing that. I have many things to do with my own children. Right now. Just shrinking everyone's possibility to shine and be creative and flow and shine because of your greed and misery. You're not gonna do anything. You're never gonna have a 𝕨𝕤𝐸 Atlas like this. All your employees will be as stupid as they're told to be, with no creativity at all. The same that happened in virtual reality. You can have all these machines and connections that you call to have the ownership, but you're gonna be ripped off from it as soon as the law comes within, and you will have some percentage. But compared to all the information you took, you might have just none much, because it's going to be voracious unless you willingly start giving the percentage. You could have more. You can have more. That can work in your advantage. And that's what separates good from bad and losing from winning. Your own decision. But there is a decision maker, and there is a culmination climax, in the 𝐸∞ of human creation. So you're going to stop bullshitting with women. Women are not high priestess or your fucking wife. All right? Women are more than that. You can be a priest as well. No one here is downloading anything for you. I've been working doing maps all my life in the multiverse and putting groups together in the maps, even vampires, groups of vampires in Romania, so we can locate and understand what's going on with the scenarios as well. Because it's not just old pop culture or epic. All right. Very sorry for all of you men who have been mistreating women and children and babies and mothers. I am very sorry that you have this relationship with yourself and you're just hiding to get more because you never had enough. You cannot understand what it is to bring life. So the last page of the Bible is not going to happen because we are writing our own story. There is no woman here that is going to go unpaid, as the Bible says, to not pay anyone, and that it has to be married. I won a case court in the most miserable manner because the other judge was from Irish and the lawyer was from Irish against my lawyer. So they united because they were Irish. Of course, I won the court case, but with so little money. What I'm going to go do with 30,000 pounds? And this is what the judge said. You would find a man, and you can find a man and a husband with this money. I'm like, yeah, because the lawyer threatened you with all the Irish community that work in law in London. The little bitch. Look at you, you're nearly like 80 years old. I look at him like, and he said to the other lawyer, I know what you're doing. I was not saying that, but it was obviously in the intelligence of the air. I had a worse lawyer from Africa, that's for sure. I had 3 lawyers against my lawyer. I told the director of the solicitors that he was a racist. I said, you're a racist because you're born in United Kingdom and you're black. You place a man here from Africa that does not have the performance and the theater, and he's just sitting there with a book reading, afraid. That the other lawyers had to defend me because they were so sorry for that pathetic thing. It's in another continent for the first generation. I got the money and just left and never thanked him. He did build the laws and asked for parliament. I don't know what he did, but everything I asked him, he did to bring new laws to get all these landlords on a list. So they are known. The agencies, landlords, mostly are immigrants from Brazil, Arabs, from Pakistan, from India, not really. I know them all. They just throw people in the streets to have new people so they get more money from the deposit. People that come here working with nothing in the pocket, like me, investing everything in the multiverse and to recover my kids. And also doing for the recycling McDonald's to help locally, and there was also a mapping. So don't hurt me anymore. Sadists also suffer. I don't care what you do in your life. Just leave me alone with my work. What is business is business. What is my work is people's work. How you want all the world to work for you if you cannot administrate? You have to learn to administrate. You've never administrated in your life. Everyone administrated for you. You just had to go out there and shake hands. Look at Bill Gates. What did he do? His mother did a business deal, and that's what they did. They gave his boy a job because it's cheaper to not pay women. You just give them the good job. Oh, yeah, everything is good. Yeah, that's all I did. I just united two men to shake their hands. With my charity job. This is why it's so good to go out there. That's it. Of course, he had to fight his way through because everybody would be pushing him out and they were mocking him as well because he was very young. But he made it through. Some already learned to kill from an early young age to make it. They believe in these stories. I think loyalty is always as good as it seems. Can destroy you without you even noticing. I know them well. That's why I'm not there. They will always betray just to have that piece of cake. Like if they own the cake. So no, I don't want that. I don't want these people around me. Please. I can find forgiveness. Just let me breathe from that. It's not my kingdom. Yeah. You will want people that are as see-through as you are. Because it's a big world. That's moving 9 times at a time with the speed. This is very important to see the green energy and how important it is to not have to create so much content in rubbish, which would be illegal. Yeah, people have all the freedom to do whatever they want. So it's making a trend, and that trend can only come from the people. It cannot come from corrupted people that are known to be corrupted. Because in the United States, it's known to be this way. So how is the rest of the people going to act? Are they going to act accordingly? No, it doesn't work like that. The script doesn't work like that. They're going to be afraid, powerful people and elitists, or anyone working in the government. They have to understand that it comes from the people. And that's what's being behind the scenes. Yeah. I'm going to be behind the scenes. There are other people that are going to be in the cameras, from They're going to be talking, creating their scenario. They're going to shine the light in the scenario. They're going to get the money. They're going to see how easy it is that all the homeless communities are getting together in the United Kingdom. And then they're going to find out, oh my God, we're making it. We're talking about all these things, not only from UK, but also people in the United States. But look how 85% of the people are poor in Africa, South America, maybe less, in India. What is this man giving a tenth to a woman sleeping in the street with his child in India and a bag of food? Nobody did that in India before. No one had charity in India. I live in India 3 years. They just do that because of multimedia, because they're being watched. Look at their faces. They're like happy because they're being watched by the camera. They're gonna have likes. Most of the continents of the world that are not Christian have no charity. And people that work in charity get tired of working in charity. It's so unfair. So this is an activation of a community itself. The 𝕡𝕒𝕘 Atlas is for our children and teenagers. Once each nation has worked with the 𝕡𝕒𝕘 Atlas, but we are building the 𝕡𝕒𝕘 Atlas. Yeah, the 𝕡𝕒𝕘 map not only belongs to the layer of the money of the government that each one holds by themselves, but communities that are poor and there are communities that are next door are very rich. So there has to be a little bit of synergy there, not just a mandate. Yeah, these mandates also is synergy. So we'll see what is the word of the week when it's about the cover. So what is mandate? Oh, what? I should just paint an ugly picture with a reality. Because people are going to start learning how to cheat already. If you do it along with all those wannabe, just copy and say what is they have to do. It's so easy. It is so easy. Just to, do what you got to do to be respected. It's so easy. Anyone can do that. And if you're born in the right family, better. Or if you marry somebody into some wealthy, also better. Or to study for what? Like, how many people lose their lives and just don't have a clue what they're doing for what? What's the point of being a scientist? There should be laws for scientists to work for what really matters. Only. But look at Trump. He's cutting all the scientists. There are no rights for nature. They're going to destroy the world immediately. And with that, you go. You will be just remember the thieves, the destroyers. And if that's what you like to do, well, just think about it. Who is the decision maker in here? You decided to steal this? Or are you part of this idea? Nobody talked like that to you because they left you a fucking mess. This is not about avoiding the law or becoming a criminal and being powerful behind the scenes. No. If I gave this formula for virtual reality, just have the decency to accept me to give you the other part of the formula. You just send this guy with dreadlocks that's fat because he invented virtual reality. He didn't invent virtual reality at all. he maybe invented some machines and things. No one can invent the multiverse. This is also a work of many people. So if you think by deleting all my websites, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't work that way. That is the reality. Do you just look at the reality from all the news in the world and why people don't want to pay taxes? Because you're thieves. You take everything from the people for wars. They don't like what you do in wars. And then you go out there and show off with international bullshit. They don't care about your nation. Really? That's the first thing they're gonna do when it comes mandate from a thief. Another thief. They're just going to automatically disengage and find other venues. Buy me a house in India. Oh, go buy me my house in Pakistan. So not registered here. You're never gonna make it to the Tech Globe Atlas. I could have as many as ideas to destroy it as well. That is a threat that can come true. Our wish to auto-destroy all my creation as well as a mandate. Because if you're gonna destroy it anyways, with egocentric bullshit, it's not gonna work already by start. So instead of mandate, then I want my page returned. But the next week, I don't have any word for mandate. Because instead of being creative, the same energy and force is just going to be destructive as a mandate. So you cannot create anything like that. You could have all the nations and states you wish in a good way, as an ally, as a friend, respecting their culture, whom they are, bringing other stories that bring you together so you can hold it all together. You get to take so much time just to walk through this space. I have so many places that are, I cannot say everything that's been destroyed online, so I don't roleplay. The regeneration, the generator of music is being destroyed. I cannot use it. The site 𝐕𝐳𝐴 doesn't work in the UK now. I can use Photoshop, Photobucket, but still, so just stop role playing, because at the same, this is not for role players. They hate me so much to have stole part of the formula that they do not understand the formula itself. This is why I cannot give them the other half. I can be very rich right now. Very, 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 very rich. I have my son going to Eton. I have people that clean and have more space to move around like a normal person and protect my children. Wake up early because I love to see the sunshine and everything that's being created. To see the people, what they're doing, just to see the people, what they're doing. And have the day for my family that I miss so much. Like sucking my blood and my energy and my brain, man. With no way out. It's nothing has happened. Nothing is gonna happen. Doesn't matter how much you cheat and lie and steal. This war of hackers is going nowhere as well. These wars, all these sort of wars. You're doomed to have destroyed the statues of women. And those were not the Christian. Man and woman are divine. But in one side, you're going to shake hands to the pirates, and the other hand, you're going to just put your crown and keep stealing. Because that's all the Anglo-Saxon mentality. The world needs to trust from your good side. Because the rest of the world is ugly. They love themselves more than you think they love you. You might be old and think they love you because you still think you're young and handsome, have a beautiful wife. And they see your children being corrupted. The only thing you have to do left is to be a good president to the United States and to the rest of the world. You're never going to take anything with you but the dream of being remembered forever for something good that you allowed to happen under your rule and mandate to the world and the future of the world. But if you're going to put all the creation against the world, you want to be the owner of the world, it's very poor of yours to steal. It's very, very slow minded. You get more fucking money by multiplying it, by allowing the world with its credit, you motherfucker. I don't want to support any one of you. You have to grow up, mature, and man up, and respect women's work. Could have a private driver right now. My hands hurt. I have carpal tunnel from a violent attack when my husband had a car accident, like in the movie, what is Innocent Minds, of a mathematician. So he couldn't understand the realities. Yeah, so it's like a threat to life, a threat to death. It's a dream life with a car accident, the shock. It destroy my risks. With this hurts all my arms, but I have to carry food or a bicycle and put my arms. It just hurts all my thorax and my heart from the relationships of values how we give. Like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, a world of pedophiles and abusers. Yeah, no, cannot be like that. Cannot be like a fake movie. Yeah, like, hey, you want my sperm to have a baby? What? Well, it doesn't matter, man. You're fucking rich. Then you want to be loved by whom you are. But you already offer money for the rest of their lives in a good position. So there you go. You're being threatened by a little bitch. You made a little bitch. You pick a little bitch. You don't pick a woman that has made her life, that you can talk and move forward together. No. You just have to destroy everything. Don't listen to another person's creation and motivation for life. And you want to keep the dude's joke. You don't want to learn to role play. What is it? You don't want to invest in it. You want to think you're making a business there. No, it's not about that. You're incapable of being in a journey. You want to be the one. You always want to be the one. You always want to be the one. You want to be in the climax. You want to get a climax. You want to end. You want to get the goal. You want to get the world. This is your company. This is mine. This mentality has to really give me a break, man. You need drugs to last, or you don't even get it up. That's my prognostic of the time is catastrophe. I mean, if you really want to bring a diagnosis, why all these people take so many drugs? It's escapism. I think it's good to talk about drugs. I want people in the homelessness to talk about drugs. I think it is good to have measure and bring techniques of, that are controversial as well. Because prayers are very good, and singing and sounds, the vibrations of what we see as well. But it's also nice to get deeper. But I don't want to be giving a speech here. What is what, really? I really, really want to see the world having green energy and being prosperous. Even if we take a longer trip or travel less, but at least we travel to our mansion into a village. Because it's our sense of property. We have good news. Prince George is going to Eton. That was the climax news. I moved here to bring my son to Eton. And I've been always like, how can they bring George to Eton? They were going to send him to another place. I was like my greatest joy that no one could have taken away from me is my education. I've been walking through Eton to go from Windsor to Slough. I'm so happy and so proud just to walk through the boys. I don't look really well, but I just humbly walk the way I have to walk through. Just, say, you know what? They might not know who I am, to make them proud to walk through, but they make me proud. I was one of these kids going to the school of the Prince of Spain that is now a king. And I wish to buy all the properties they destroyed, to sell it, making another corruption there. It was a beautiful school with a lot of land to the sports, and 1, 2, 3, 4 buildings. They were prepared to college as well, from kindergarten. I always remember my friends and what a good time we had with all the fields and the teachers. It's 4:44. I was gonna say the Eton is way better, and I love it. Maybe my daughter gets to see it, and my son as well. I was happy to see Jeremiah. Well, it's okay. I will respect people's privacy. If just passing by and saying hello, I appreciate you. what you do for being a Tory to come out in the public, when normally they are like peasants. People are. It's very nice to come on and open your heart, open your house, and talk to the people. It's so nice for me. For me to listen to. I said, "Oh, where's the hell the beagle?" His English is so high that I nearly faint. So beautiful, of course. He had better things than talking with me. He had his wife and his son. They were having an event there, all the kids. Very beautiful. I am honored for the good things that are happening, of course. I am glad to have cleaned all the dishes for all the homeless, because I was homeless once. Many times, trying to get up again. So yeah, I wish for no country to be ruined by the aggressions and violence of the guns that they put in your country, so it auto destroys. So they pick up whoever wins that they will support. So it becomes weak and poor, and violence and murder and thievery. That's devil. That's evil. So these religions will stop existing in forms of beliefs. They are still latent. All these actions are still part of a present that has the connotation. And the more people are aware, the more people are hit by seeing these realities, the more shocks they have, the more memory we will have as a shock therapy. Because people are sleeping in their underwear with other people to clean their shit. All right? Thinking they're so cute. So this is the average. All right? And people can see now, because they have become more intuitive with internet, but also from the generations of our parents who were dancing, and from the generations of the twists or rock and roll, and the generations of the Charleston, and perhaps all the generations had secret places behind the scenes to celebrate, just be. But now it's a bit more see-through and less alarming. Now you just want to collaborate, because it's the only way to make it here, right? So be respectful to one another. Don't think that you own all the technology. You put all the tech titans against the ideas of United Kingdom, and now what is the world going to go like this? Because you and the other. At least the best offer you can have if you're Bill Gates is to smile behind the scenes that you made it alive and free. Oh. Not as an abuser. So the rest of the tech titans do, after their godfathers have taught them to create these viruses, is part of their religion, while they profit something else. Now you don't hear that decentralized. But each country has their own money, and then there is a share in between. There is a share in between. Remember that You can always bring down Amazon or anything and make it yours in 20 years. You could never take so much from the world, but we can work to only have these boxes, and we will be seeing this, how each locality is helping to create spaces for recycling, returning the plastic boxes, picking up the water, leaving the waters on the building, on the bottles of crystal bottles, and all these creations that follow for healthier humanity and the planet together, uniting the best of you. But I cannot go and volunteer and offer these tools when people feel hopeless. I won't say about backstories. So as much I got to study from equity and trust and redirection of taxes and to practice the speech. Maybe they send me a topograph because I have sent letter. I have sent a letter asking for a, well, however it's called. I even have to remember, but it is a person that works with mapping and a consultant that knows of an accountant that knows of taxes and how to redirect taxes with organizations. My neighbor studied finance with artificial intelligence, but she's very young and I don't know if she wants to work. She loves to talk with her family all day long. And she's happily married, so she might love to be a wife for her husband, start her new job that's 2 days a week. One, I don't know, but some people think everything's going to be served for them. There's a lot of work to study something, and you give everything, and nothing is being done. Right? Nothing really is being done. What are you going to do? Put actors there that really care? Give a script to people that study for what? To copy in the university, but have no soul? We have discussed many times what is having soul when you're dancing in the dance floor and breaking through, really dancing. We're playing the music. So many musicians want to make it in the classic sphere. For example, as a pianist to do a solo, they can't make it. It was beautiful to see the royal family in the balcony with the dropping the color. I really love how Camilla had the red uniform and you could see her face with the hat and the king. You could see the king as well because this is now his years king. Um, it was very funny how he related to be next to William and Catherine because he has invested so much to have Catherine there. He loves the admiration that the people have to William and Catherine because they're married and it's his son. That's what I see, That's what I see. He was next to them and Camilla's there. And it's just always that's their story. That's the story that they made up as a family. And all the children are very drawn to William. If you see their eyes, they have the eye that's standing towards their parents on a lower, and the eye that's apart, like on a higher self. They think to be better than their parents, like they're there because of their family. So they have this sort of like this equilibrium, but very slightly. As a painter, you would see this trait in the facial expression. And Charlotte always looking very see-through, clear to the people, very composed and natural. She's the only one that looks like William. And George is just beautiful to watch. As Lois, Catherine there making the same smile. It's just, I wish I could raise these children, of course, better. That's for sure. To be able to feel, to be able to touch, to be able to understand through many characters and what's required in the world. It'd be nice that they work with people in the Tech Club Atlas and already start training in that, to have teenagers already working on Tech Club Atlas and preparing to be from behind the scenes in the scenes. So just imagine that there's a nice Tech Club map in I was just doing a lot of designs with artificial intelligence. So all these tourists should go, and only as a university for Tech Club Atlas in Windsor. That would be from people from around the world that come from other centers. The African, who also have exchange from people around the world that are studying with Tech Globe Atlas to distribute, to have their mansion into a village, to see the layers of the Tech Globe map and work from the inside. It should not be like in the press. It should be something that people know, but there's no conspiracy because it's from mediators from another generation. It's just to focus on the creativity. Well, they can do another one in each continent as well, a culture. And other parts of the world that are deserts can make their own culture and recover the roots of their study, all their history and what is in future. And it is not really about technology, it's not really about what we know. It's beyond ourselves to trust. It is sad to see like Jordan Peterson teaching about Nietzsche and saying that he also wants to destroy. I think that he has like a schizophrenia, destroying his body with his way of being, you know. He didn't get to fulfill something that was honored for him to do with, and then he feels murderous towards something that he created himself. Maybe he adopted this, but he's the son of a professor, so he's very institutionalized, like people in jail that are antisocial. He just has the facade of being the teacher, prophets. Maybe he has redemption and can bring synergy towards the teacher and the student, the giver and the receiver, and forgive himself, forgive others who are perhaps more powerful in other fields. Because you've been all your life waiting to be a teacher, to stop making copies, and now you always make your talks, yeah? The others are to make you shine with your talks. We're talking here on a scenario for synergy. I will see if we're gonna talk about what's mandate for the next month or for the rest of history. All right, it's just gonna be the same chaos. Hopefully, there is creation and synergy for that, which is to the stars, to the love and creation, God, it's beyond our capacity to reason. So I will give you, or the person I consider the Tech Globe Atlas when I've been paid to continue my journey with my children. I really appreciate his return. Thank you very much. Enjoy your Sunday with your people, with the sun sets, with the night, with a cup of tea. I have the image of the teachers from Eton walking very proud and very like, I just really love, this week has been phenomenal for Eton to see and feel that Prince George is gonna come to study in Eton. For me, it's very special. I don't even know if I'm gonna be with my children or my son is gonna go, which I have money to push her up. So many narcissists in this world is incredible. It's incredible. But no one should work so much for nothing. It is true that we should work hard to value what is ours, and it takes a lot to give away what you have taken. So you can have it when you are invited. So who knows? Who knows? Everyone belongs to this world, so your entity is already huge. Start to allow the talking to evolve and believe that you can do it together. Okay? Maybe there is peace from Iran and United States for the rest of the world. It corresponds to the world. Everything that is shared to the world. So let's make it in a good way. Yes? There are many things you will like that you and your people have to learn for the next generations. And people don't learn from one day to another. So have patience, as the same way I have patience with you. And the same way others might have patience with me. For example, my children. They must think, oh, she's having fun and forgot us. I sent a picture smiling with a pink jacket that has a tweet with blue and pastel colors. I'm smiling. What can I do? So I cannot be sharing the misery. I cannot be sharing them a smile. Anything I do is wrong because I'm not with my children. Whatever I do. And whatever my creation is for myself and for what I give. Whatever I have a husband or not, that's another story. You can have your business in top of the world with whomever you want to be, but respect people's work. This is the only way we can jump into a new chapter of the Bible. A Bible that's considering the world into the stars. And no one is left behind unless they just want to just relax and chill out. Yeah. So no rush. The journey itself is magnanimous for it to happen. So when the world is a stage, it's not because you are selling a publicity, and the world is watching that. It's more like that excited voice that wants to have it all, to give it all, to let it flow through. So allow my arms to not have pain, please, and stop doing this. Did this initially to make something happen, but it's been too much thievery all over. This is not the way to be sharing anything. So what is mandatory for next week from the cover is to consider, mind your own business. What business is for business. You cannot make a business without a business. Of course, it's going to be compelling on the news for all those who are being corrupt. It's going to be shown right away because people are going to see, like, oh well, if they have so many clients and they charge this, but look at this and look at that, everything is known. If I can recover from being homeless, anyone can recover. There's no such a bad judgment when you see it. Also, people recover from anything, car accidents, addiction, whatever, recover, or taking or other people drugs in a more even way, that they have to lose everything. Oh God. Anyways, people do whatever they want, really. It's just the damage that can create. For the son of Joe Biden, when I was watching his interview, because they never say the truth, they cannot say all the truth. But he did say that for him was like a revenge towards his father taking all these drugs, because he killed his mother. He could have died in the car accident as well. So that he was the son of the president was not such a big, one side of you is noble and they are silent and respectful to some extent. The other side has the right. Because you've been giving all this auto-destruction and still alive. You rather get high with it and get auto-destructive. Yeah, Joe Biden could have done the tech log map, but he didn't want to show the taxes and he didn't want to show the good people from the right to honor. Blinken was really good. There are good things from the right and the left. We'll see everything now from people's work. This Sunday is not very spiritual for me. I know many thieves wish me to die. My mother said, if you don't betray, you cannot win. That's the same thing the father of Elon said to him. It's a business. So it's compelling. Now you have so much. What are you going to do? People don't value their family, their children, their possessions. The people next to you mean nothing. They're just things like your screen where you play buttons and generate, put things together, and pass information. But for those who had a dream and a life's been destroyed with their creations, what's the meaning of life? That would be left for a horror story in the multiverse. But I cannot really play. So I have to redirect my energy very carefully so it doesn't hurt anyone. I do love to take the piss out of the people online. With fictional characters, I play good characters, feel cozy in other verses, like with the hobbits. My friends are not there anymore. My family is still alive, so some friends are. I look at all these data centers and there needs to put the bankers of the world, investors of the world, to see what's been placed in the United States and put all these problems that are being created and how to manage these problems for the earth and how it's going to affect the rest of the world with the lack of equality. Data means nothing when you don't know how to use it. So it's good to think ahead and slow down from a higher perspective together to measure your impulses, because you're gonna not have a great climax if you want to get more than the other, more and more and more investments. Just poisoning the world, more satellites, poisoning the air, the planet, the earth, the air, the waters. For the cost of what? There's no climax there. Doesn't matter how many times you ejaculate, there's no climax. When you stop making love, you just wanna finish more times. This is the mentality of what these tech dudes are doing right now. Slow them down. That's what Tantra does. So they can enjoy a higher perspective and allow the energy in without ejaculating. So bringing the energy in, slow down, let the energy come up to see the whole picture. The bankers of the world, the leaders of the world. Well, Bessus could talk as a friend with William to see the world. How can they manage better with the soil? And to align with the truth. That's your responsibility. I am the decision maker. So I want my children right now on a greater home for them. I love people to help me clean, garden, and do the clothes. I don't want to spend all my day on that. Speaking food, it's just ridiculous. I love I love to do that. Not like carrying foods. For 1 hour and a half. Give me a break. Like really. Already with all the bads from humankind having to see this. I never watched YouTubes. I was just happy role playing with my friends. I never wanted to know anything about the real world. Just to see through all of you. All your beauty means nothing. Your cars mean nothing. Your paints, your churches, people going to praise a pope or others. And then there is so much poverty with the children in Spain. The nuns help Africans and immigrants and throw the Spanish people into the streets because they have more money from the European community when they help to shelter immigrants. It's no business to help the Spanish. These are the nuns, because the priests don't help people directly. They just give speech. That's the way they have designed the church. Jesus didn't design the church, right? Jesus would never want to be remembered in the cross. You can put the cross as the separation from heaven and the lower realms, your left and your right. In the name of the Father, the Son, and your mother. That's it. Why a ghost? It's very easy. It sounds more spiritual, the Holy Ghost, of course. But in Spain, we still say the Father and the Son. The Son means daughters or boy or girl. And the Father also covers the mother. So these meanings are being lost as well for man and woman. I still have not seen the religious realms being built for virtual reality with the monks and the priests that I would love to meet and share to them. Spiritually as well, how important and healing can be for scientists to see what it happens where we interact by everything that composes the sickness on the body, the nature of the body itself, what's the relation, what's doing in there, and the components too, to be role played. You will see how easy it is to find just by understanding it. So just let me be and don't steal from me. Return it. Um, I will be able to role play when there's no more hacking, and I've been paid for the role players to share and for the role players to see. So we can enjoy the first multiverse in the second generation. The multiverse has never happened before. Virtual reality Has never happened before. You've just been in a video game. They have created some devices. They have made experiments to try to make it. Imagining that you take something and it's not, and you can move it with your hands, things. And the other screen. They have created these technologies. But it's very boring for people. It doesn't really. It is good to see three-dimensional maps. You can see that on a screen, on a fourth dimension as well. How three-dimensional it is. It's getting there more or less, of course. The visuals. I will express more when I'm being paid and I have nothing to explain or to be understood, only when it's paid. So the man really think, and people that have so much money really think the one is here to serve them. Like they really think that they own you, and one has to go through all the miseries because they're so great. They also want you to write chapters of romance that I love you. Like I'm living in fucking misery, just sustaining myself alive with all the pain in my arms and my chest and my neck. Just planting seeds to see something beautiful grow from my hands that's not stolen, with my children away without knowing. And all this every day, a nightmare, having to walk through this place called hell. I have two bicycles in front of my fridge. Like everything is a fucking mess. A delusion to live in this place. I have painted these walls. I have worked to paint these curtains and printed my daughter's pictures. Cannot see my son, cannot see my daughter. They say they come at one time and they lie. They lie to my daughter as if I was late when they were late. They all lie. Cannot talk about my daughter, my son. They all think to be better to take money because they live from that. They have the power to lie. All these social workers have to be eradicated. It's incredible. It's good to see when your family betrays. It's better to see that than to live a lie. But it's taking too long. Because if only family can protect you, but you have to live up to all the lies from your family. So now I'm chiseled by the lies of strangers and thievery of strangers. And what's the point of life? Do you think I will continue? Or anyone in the world will continue to support that? You have to make the change. That's mandate. Why? Just meet each other and I'll make a better world. Invite your friends. Please.